another thug.
Yeah.
Hello, good sir.
They heard someone was doing really good at the cards and they wanted to investigate. Twist of Fate. Reveal a random token from the Chaos bag. If you reveal a star symbol or positive number, nothing happens. If you any other number, take 1 damage or take 2 horror. So draw your Chaos token first. Nothing happens. Hold on, is that positive? Sorry,
No,
that's
that
take
wasn't
1.
a positive. That
That's
was a
take 1.
negative number.
Take 1 damage. So you can either take the damage on your card, or you can add a damage to Duke, because Duke's got his own damage and horror in the bottom corner.
Oh no, I'll take damage.
Okay, so if you click once on your mat on the heart, that's your damage. My
Sweet.
turn.
So you've got 6 life, Drew.
Okay.
If there are no unengaged criminal enemies in play, each one of them moves. So, I've just drawn these criminals towards me. So we now got 2 criminals who just wandered into our room. They I don't know, is it you, Drew?
They got bored of Chop.
Yeah, they wanted to find the homeless person.
Oh, they're like, who's this guy who's brought a dog into the casino?
Yeah. Okay, actions. Who wants to go first?
Well, we just need one more clue, so if one of you guys wants to go just buy a drink, we can get on with this.
I'm going to... I can't do it because I've already done it. Drew, if you go to the... have you got enough... yeah, you got resources. If you go to the bar and buy a drink, we can advance the axe straight away.
Right, okay, so...
move to the bar.
Well, 1 minute, let me just see if I can do it. So, spend 2 resources, I can do that.
Yeah.
I go to the bar.
Yep.
I spend...
If you press it, it should just go to 3
Just
and then
click
go
on
to
it.
blank, yeah. And press it again. That's it. Okay. And take 2 clues from the bags up here.
This bag?
Yep. 1, 2. That's how many clues?
So that would be 13.
So when the investigators have collected the requisite number of clues, they must immediately spend them and advance. So everybody, delete your clues. Drew, keep 1 clue because it's only 12 and you've got 13. So we get rid of ours.
I can't delete them, so they're...
I'll drop mine out of the world.
Yep. And the act advances.
So we move on to Skin Game.
We've got this Act 1B first. After speaking to a number of gamblers and servers, it seems as though Dr. Morgan had quite the run lately. Instead of cashing out his winnings, he was convinced to double down. He was last seen entering the guarded hall near the back of the card room.
I'm over there.
Puts the set-aside darkened hall into play. Okay, so let's do that first. Darkened hall is there. And what does that attach to? That attaches to the club lounge. So we can access. So I'm going to put that down the bottom here. And if it is agenda 1, which it is, discard card.
No, it attaches to the. Doesn't it?
No, if you look, if it doesn't attach to anything, it's linked to the lounge.
Yeah.
So, discard cards on the top of the deck until an criminal enemy is discarded and spawn that enemy in the darkened hall. So we need to discard from here. And the first card is a mobster who is a criminal enemy and...
No, it's only got it's the green diamond icon on darkened hall, which is only on the club card room.
Is that the club card room? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, yeah, you're absolutely... I was looking at the one at the bottom. Sorry, I'm not with it. Okay. So that goes on. And Act 2. Skin Game. Dr. Morgan is somewhere in the private section of the club where only VIPs and the club managers are allowed. If you have to find him, you're going to have to sneak or even fight your way in. Objective, only investigators in the VIP area must spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. So that's 4
2
clues.
per investigator.
But I think these now deactivate. These all deactivate now.
Yes, because it's not Act 1 anymore.
So we need to get into this darkened hall and see what that holds.
A heavy oak door stands in a secluded corner of the club. As you approach it, the air grows heavy, and the clamour of the card room fades behind you.
Dun, 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 dun. Who wishes to go first?
Shall I go first? Because I'm going to walk straight into the...
I think we are still in Act 1, in Agenda 1 at the moment, so that guy is aloof, so he won't attack you just yet.
Was I not in the middle of my turn?
You're right, he was.
You were.
So it's 1, 2, you got 1 action left. You have 1 action left, Drew.
Can't do that. I'm just going to move myself over here.
That's good, yep. And these guys don't do anything. He's aloof. So, yep. So that's your 3 actions. Do you want to flip your token? Move him off the thing.
Yes. Oh, I mean, you could do it if you've got it.
I've got it there, yep. So,
Okay, so
you going to do this?
I'm going to move down into the darkened hallway. Darkened. Drew,
Yeah?
stop that.
When a darkened hall is revealed, put into play the 3 set-aside back hall doorway locations. So,
The door slams shut behind you and you stand in sudden silence. This area of the club is lonesome and devoid of warmth and colour. Somehow, the spotless floor and walls seem more sinister than inviting.
and the 3 back hall doorways. You approach an unmarked door toward the back of the Clover Club. You approach an unmarked door to the back of the Clover Club. There we go, Clover Club.
So what do you think? What's behind door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3? I like the number 2.
Okay.
So for my second action, I'm going to go towards door number 2.
Door number 2, and door number 2 is...
the back alley.
We can get out this way. A steep, narrow staircase ascends to a second unmarked door. To your surprise, it leads to a back alley behind La Bella Luna. This must be where they smuggle in their goods.
So I found the back exit, guys.
But you can now investigate that area because there's no criminals, or because... well, you can do because there's nobody around.
There's no one around. I'm going to investigate here. So that's my 3 versus its Shroud of 1.
Yep.
I should have got rid of that already. I'm not going to reduce it by that, so...
That is
the
a
cultist symbol,
cultist.
which is a -3.
That's a fail.
So that's a fail.
That's 1 action. You got... no, that's your 3 actions now, isn't
That's it.
Yes.
Move, investigate.
So, 1, 2... I'm going to follow you. I'm going to move to here for 1 action.
Yep.
Move to here for another action.
Yep.
Actually, can I... is it worth trying my hand here?
You can't because it's not Act 1
It's
anymore.
not X1, you're absolutely right. So that's 2 and 3 down here.
You have found...
The art gallery.
Dun dun dun!
Exotic art and antiques adorn the walls of Peter Clover's private gallery. An evening breeze rustles the warm pages of a ledger back and forth.
After you fail a skill test while investigating the art gallery, lose 2 resources as you smash their shit up.
Yes. Okay, so that's all our actions done.
Okay, so...
Refresh. Nobody's got anything exhausted. Draw your cards.
Draw a card.
Take your resource. Yep. Ooh, I'm at my hand limit now. What do I want to get rid of? I'm gonna... is it worth getting rid of that, or... that might be useful now. That's... also might be useful. Ooh, that's a decision. Oh, decisions. I'm going to get rid of my taunt. So I'm now down to 8 cards again.
Cool.
Right. Next phase. Mythos phase. So, Doom. 4 Doom and 4 on the agenda. So, these Dooms go bye-bye and The agenda advances, and it says,
Your questioner has drawn the attention of several men, hired thugs by the look of them. Francis doesn't want to be bothered, one of them says. We suggest you leave the premises before we force you to leave. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck.
okay, so I've now
If the players have completed extracurricular activity, advance directly to Agenda 2B.
which we haven't.
If the house always wins is the first scenario in the campaign, advance to Agenda 2A.
Agenda 2A.
Most of the patrons seem oblivious to the mobsters and goons closing in around you, but you recognize this for what it really is. You're about to get roughed up.
So all these criminals now lose their aloof keyword. So you know what that means?
Bye, Drew.
What? Oh, I'm gonna get fucked up, aren't I?
These two enemies engage with you.
Alright, me and my dog are gonna have to have some fights.
Yeah.
You also got their evasion skill is 2 and your foot skill is 3, so you could evade them if you wish to.
No,
But before that, we need to draw our new encounters.
So, first up, my one, Hunted Down. If there are no unengaged criminal enemies in play, Hunted Down gains Surge. If there are one or more, which there are,
This is going to
unengaged
go
criminal
horribly wrong.
enemies in play, each of them moves one location towards you. That means the Clover Pit boss moves one location towards me.
But it engages with Drew straight away.
Oh, we're gonna hunt down John. Oh no, Drew.
Hang on a minute, there's a homeless guy with a dog in here.
And this mobster.
And this mobster moves one location towards little old me.
And engages with you. And what's the second part of that card say? Each criminal enemy that engages with
Each
you...
criminal enemy then immediately makes an immediate attack. So the mobster makes an immediate attack against me. It doesn't make an immediate attack against Drew because
That's correct, because it's not you.
Not me.
So it's 1 damage, and after mobster attacks you, lose 1 resource.
You son of a bitch.
And 1 damage. So you got that to deal with.
You better scram, pal, unless you're hungry for boot leather and lead.
Okay, so how's Drew doing?
Drew's not doing great.
Drew needs to draw a card now.
Where did Hunted Down go? There it is.
Yep.
Goes back over there.
Drew, draw your encounter phase. So I'm sure things.
Right, okay.
I'm sure things can't possibly get any worse.
You found a swarm of rats.
You might want. Right, so that engages with you straight away.
Fuck off! I'm already fighting 3 fucking criminals.
What's their damages like? That's 2, that's 2, that one does 1, that one does 2. You might want to leave the rats until the end because they only do 1 damage and everybody else.
Yeah, no shit.
And my turn.
Geoff.
Twist of
Get
Fate.
the Twist of Fate.
Shuffle. It's a skull, and that is...
You take 2 horror.
I take 2 horror. That is not what I wanted. My horror is 6. So, who wants to go first?
No one.
Me.
Okay, so Drew, you're in a
Drew.
world of trouble. You can either fight...
Question.
Yes.
What's evade do?
Evade means that if you successfully evade, the enemy exhausts and goes back to the location and does nothing for the rest of the turn.
Drew, throw the cat at someone.
Well, I mean, like, I've got
yes.
this. Essentially, right, I've got this.
And that is bait and switch. If you succeed, the enemy is not elite. Evade the enemy. Okay, so that's an option. You've got your cat, which automatically evades an enemy.
By tapping it.
By discarding it, that one is.
Ah, discard it. So I can discard that to do this.
You can discard that to automatically evade a non-elite enemy. So if you discard that, one of these exhausts and goes back to the location.
Only one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh fuck it! I'm just gonna fight him.
Well, I mean, you'll only be fighting one of them.
Right. Well, I'm gonna discard this.
Okay. So pick one.
Which is the worst one?
They're all three of them. I think the same. Might want to get rid of the
That
boss.
one.
Yep. So that exhausts. And
You can't.
why not?
He's elite.
He is elite, so he has to be one of the other two.
Oh, fucking that one then.
Okay. So he goes there. That discards. And he's
Is
still.
that
That's not an action. That's a free action.
right? I want to play a knife.
That if you do that, you'll get hit by everything. If you perform an action, if you're engaged and you perform an action other than to attack or evade, every enemy you engage with will take a swing at you.
Fuck it is.
So if you want to, you can bring in that other one you were going to do before.
Well, no, because I'm a fight.
Okay, bear in mind these are pretty tough enemies. One's got 2 damage, one's got 4 damage. Duke can help you get rid of one of them, but you still got another one you still got the boss to deal with.
Boss is gonna deal me 2 damage.
Boss deals you 2 damage. They both deal you 2 damage, basically.
Right, I'm gonna fuck up this guy.
Okay, so that's 4, and you're on 4. Do you want to play any cards from your hand to boost your skill? That is unexpected courage. Very good. So that's 6. Duke exhausts. I'll just exhaust him for you, if I may.
Draw from the chaos bag.
Yeah, 6 plays 4. -1. I think 5 is greater than 4.
Yep.
And because you did it with Duke, he gets +1 damage. So that guy goes
Gets fucked.
bye-bye.
Right. I'm gonna fight.
Let me just discard that one for you. If you fight him now, you will fight with 2 because Duke is out of action for a bit.
I am going to.
But wait, can't he use his
He can discard
card?
He can discard a card to ready Duke again. Yep.
Oh, this one.
Yep. So that discards. Duke readies up. And
And then I'm a fight with Duke.
so that's 3. So he's 4. So you won't. It's not enough to kill him. What's his evasion? His evasion is 3. If you go after the rats, it's 2. If you go after the rats, that's like 2 damage. That's
Yeah, fuck it. I'll go off the rats.
okay. Do you want to use Duke for that?
Yeah.
Okay, so Duke taps again. Sorry, just do that for you.
Get fucked.
Never mind. It's a win, and rats goes bye-bye.
So the last action.
Your final action. Have you got that evadey thing again?
That one.
Yeah. What's that one? That says bait and switch. So you pay
So
1
the
resource
enemy's
for it.
gonna elite.
No, the enemy is elite, so you can't use that one.
So
You can
I'm
just try and evade him straight up. You're on 3. He's on 3.
Yeah, go on him.
Okay. So do you want to play any cards from your hand to boost it?
Anything with a foot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to. I suppose my best option really is to play that to get the boost out of it.
So that's 4 plays his 3. Okay. Cultist, I think that's
-3.
-3, yep.
Oh, bag of dicks.
Yeah.
And so that goes to discard, and he's going to attack you
Well,
next.
1 minute. I'm gonna tap this.
Okay. You don't. It's not actually. I thought it was a tap symbol. It's not a tap symbol. It just triggers whenever, so that's fine.
Oh, right, okay. Well,
But it is an exhaust. Okay, yep. So draw a card. So I really need to read these card rules a bit better. That's your turn done.
cool. Yep, that's me.
That's not too bad. So you
And then I take 2 damage.
not yet. You'll do when it's the enemy phase.
Oh, okay.
John, do you want to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and hit this mobster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to try and hit this mobster. I'm going to play this to overpower him because
Hey.
apparently my dilettante is incredibly muscly. And possibly it's the two guns I've got.
Yep. Those
Which
two
is
guns
not,
are
they're
amazing.
not expecting.
Those two guns are amazing if you can use them. Overpower, so that's 2,
So that's
5.
5 versus 2. I got a +1.
I think that's 6.
So 6 versus his 2
That's
is a higher number.
but that knocks him down to 1 health.
Yep. Which of these does additional things to my punching? This one.
So that goes bye-bye.
I'm going to throw out a backstab.
So that uses your foot instead of your fist, and it deals +2. Oh, you're throwing it out?
I'm throwing it out to do a +1 to this.
Oh, you could have actually just used it to... You could actually just played it as a 3.
I could have done. But then it's the same. Yeah, I could have done, but I didn't.
Yeah, but then it would have done +2 damage, so yeah.
Oh, I just
just flipped
turned
it
over
again.
the skull,
which is
a -2. Oh
is
well.
4 minus 2.
I pay 2 resources and treat it as a 0.
Okay.
Because that's the sort of thing I do.
I don't think you need to. Your fight is 3, plus that 1 is 4, and his fight is only 2.
Oh, well then, fine. I don't pay 2 resources. I just whack him in the face.
Yep, he wasn't expecting that. That's 2 actions. And let's get rid of this for you.